And my co-producers, Pam Moore and Joe Huseman, are also their therapist's favorite. So we have an amazing show for you. This is our first ever I'm My Therapist's Favorite, right here at the Louisville Underground, which happens to be my favorite venue. I do not say that to all the venues. Tonight we've got a great show for you. Your feature is Christy Buchley. We have the amazing AJ Finney as headliner. Are you ready? Okay. So let's get started with a deeply personal question. You ready? Yeah. By applause, how many of you currently have a therapist? That's what I was hoping to hear. How many of you have been to therapy in the past? I think that's almost all of us. My question is, why would you ever stop? So my best friend told me that sometimes she has a hard time thinking of things to say during her therapy session. And then she said to me, pretty sure you don't have that problem. Pretty sure that's not a compliment. And it's true. It's also true. You know those old-fashioned dance competitions back in the day where it was like last couple on the dance floor after 24 hours wins? That would be me with therapy. I'm like the pie-eating champ of therapy. Like I could go all day. Like just when you think I've exhausted all my issues, inner child for the win. Let's explore just how 3-year-old Stephanie began dabbling in people-pleasing and anxious attachment style. Like here in Boulder County, you guys do endurance training, like climbing 14ers, like prepping for the Boulder Boulder. I'm from Arvada. My endurance training is exploring my shadow self. Don't you hate it when you've just had therapy and like half an hour later something really shitty happens? Like, what a waste. It's like getting a massage and then falling down a flight of stairs. Leaving a salon and a bird shits in your hair. That's a copay I'll never get back, you know. So I'm so happy you're here, but I'd like to give a special shout out to my fellow talented and gifted girls from the 80s and 90s. Where you at? I knew I watched you walking in. I was like, they're here tonight. So I think it's pretty obvious what's happened to all of us. It's our glory days. We're all perimenopausal perfectionists with anxiety and ADHD. Some of us are on our second divorce. All right, high five, bestie. So I was diagnosed with ADHD finally at age 45. Yes, it is a woo. But did you know that it takes an entire year to get an ADHD diagnosis? For the first 11 months, you think about scheduling an evaluation. And then the last month is phone tag. You're like, did I actually return their call? Or did I just think about calling? And then get distracted by that BuzzFeed quiz. Which Breakfast Club character are you? Like, I think it would just be more efficient if phone tag was their entire screening process. It could be like, yeah, this woman forgot to call us back 3 times in a row. Let's just skip the middleman and DoorDash her some Ritalin. So, a lesser-known effect of ADHD is the compulsion to diagnose everyone you know with ADHD, TV characters including. It's sort of like a neurodivergent namaste. The ADHD in me sees and honors the ADHD in me. I see you, Lorelai Gilmore, Mrs. Maisel. So my 13-year-old daughter also has ADHD. And so together, we've been trying to really get on top of the household chaos by developing systems that we consistently forget to implement. Our latest is a concept called notice and do. It's great. It's going great. Like the gist is this. Hey, 8th grader, did you notice there are 14 pairs of shoes on the floor and your fruit snacks wrapper is this close to the trash? Let's do something about it. Okay, so that's the premise. So last week I walked into my bathroom and I noticed that my vibrator was plugged in on the bathroom counter. I mentioned I have ADHD. I forget to charge it. So I was like, hey, 13-year-old, did you charge my vibrator? And she was like, no. Actually, yes. And I said, why? I don't know. To be helpful? This is not what I meant by notice and do. Another quick poll. How many of you have experienced imposter syndrome? Okay, so the rest of you are narcissists. All right, good to know. That's cool. I'm just taking some notes up here. So the biggest trigger of imposter syndrome for me is my fear that I'm misrepresenting tattooed people. Everyone thinks tattooed people are like really chill and cool and laid back. Like they've got ink all over their bodies. They don't care. I care. I could not care more what you think of me, okay? Like I have zero chill. I'm the most uptight type A person in the world. There, I said it. I add things I've already done to my to-do list just so I can cross it off. You know. Yeah, no, you guys know what yeah. I'm a control freak in sheep's clothing, or a sheep sleeve. I'm an embarrassment to my counterculture people, okay? Most tattooed people don't wave at a non-existent person in a crowd so they feel less awkward. Sarah, I'm over here. Or worse, wave at someone they think they know, and then it turns out they don't, and so then you have to, like, do the awkward, I'm just fixing my hair. Cool tattooed people don't pretend to answer a fake phone call so they don't have to talk to the guy with the clipboard standing outside Walgreens, you know? They don't lie and say they're caught up on Yellow Jackets because of fear of like FOMO and neuroses. I mean, it's like there's only so many times you can pretend that you've seen that one movie before you admit that you've actually never heard of Timothée Chalamet, and you just start lying and pretending your face is in the right expression. I don't know. I feel like most full sleeve folks don't have an existential panic at the eye doctor when he's like, which lens is better? Option 1 or option 2? Option 3 or option 4? Like, I don't know, gosh, I mean, like, I really like them all. Can you just choose for me? Like your eye doctor is asking if you want tacos or Thai food. You know, like Sugar Skull chick isn't like, oh my God, did I choose the wrong grail at her eye exam? I don't know. So, I am both a people pleaser and an empath. Not sure if you knew. That is a catastrophic combination. Because not only do you care what people think, like you seriously fucking care, right? And you might think that being a people-pleasing empath wouldn't lend well to stand-up comedy. You'd be correct. I'm not here to roast anyone. Not the loud talker in the back. Not soccer moms. Not people who say irregardless. Like, this is empath comedy, okay? Like, this is a highly sensitive person set, and I'm just here to make sure you feel seen. You're welcome. Yep. So, are there any other happily divorced people here tonight? Yeah, there are. My divorce was final almost a year ago. You know, that's right. I hear you cheering. Divorced people need more congratulations, less I'm sorry. Just facts. Have you noticed that married people get really careful what they say around their divorced friends? Like maybe you're secretly building a case against their shitty marriage. Like you hear a lot of unsolicited, my husband and I are in a really great place right now. Cool, Lindsay. Thanks for sharing. It's like these women think I'm recruiting for my divorce cult. calm down, Janet. I'm sure your husband really is proficient at oral. Like, divorce makes people nervous, but actually it's very easy to tell if your relationship is in trouble. I've got a foolproof test. You ready for it? So, have you heard of the celebrity hall pass? Okay, I'm going to explain it because I was recently at a mic with my boomer parents and they had not. So I had the pleasure of saying, it's a famous person you're allowed to sleep with. So now don't panic. There's nothing wrong with having a hall pass. Like your partner has one too. TikTok says it's healthy. However, if your hall pass wouldn't have sex with your partner's hall pass, you might have a problem. Now, just stick with me here. My divorce should not have come as a surprise. Miley Cyrus and Stephen Colbert. Maybe a chasm too wide to bridge. If you find yourself in a B. Arthur Channing Tatum situation, you should probably call a divorce attorney. Political differences are not the top red flag in relationships. It's hall pass incompatibility syndrome. Ask your therapist about HPIS today. So I finally ordered the book, Codependent No More. Yeah, you know that book. Now that I'm divorced, it's time to really unpack my enmeshed relationship with my dogs. So I've realized that I'm a classic enabler, and my gentle dog parenting style is kind of ruining my life. It's like I'm a middle-aged dominatrix, and I accidentally trained them to be my subs. Now they follow me everywhere. They refuse to go downstairs to pee in the morning without me. We have a doggy door. Carpet your own diem. But it's like every day is Christmas Day for dogs. They're like, can we go downstairs now? How about now? Are you ready now, Mom? And you're like, just fucking go without me. I am on the toilet. And they crash down the stairs like they can't wait to see what Santa brought them. Spoiler alert, it's a dozen piles of dog shit in the backyard. And my golden doodle Tigger refuses to pee unless I'm standing right there. He keeps turning around to make sure I'm watching. I mean, if shouting, go potty, I'm still here, isn't codependent, I don't know what is. It's giving hypoallergenic stalker. He steals my underwear from the laundry hamper when I'm on Zoom meetings. I take my eyes off him for 10 seconds and it's too late. I'm now the proud owner of yet another pair of DIY crotchless panties. I don't even like thongs, you guys. Like, you might think the stalker thing is a little harsh, but you need to know this. He only eats underwear that I recently wore. His canine kink was getting expensive. I was tired of him destroying my favorite seamless Victoria's Secret hipsters. So I found a workaround. I buy cheap underwear at Walmart, wear it for a few hours, and then hide it in the laundry basket. So he feels proud of himself for discovering a high-value item. Such a classic how to handle men trick. He has to think it was his idea. Who knew 14 years of marriage would have prepared me for special needs dog training? I mean, the whole thing is such a hassle that I feel like maybe there's a business opportunity here. Like, I've seen Orange is the New Black. I know what the going rate is to be an inmate's panty pen pal. I mean, maybe I could charge more if they were in shreds. It'd be like, man, this chick must be an animal in bed. Nay, has an animal in bed. And on that note, my dogs get very judgy when I use my vibrator. They scatter to the corners of the bed, clutching their pearl collars. This is a sex-positive family. I will not be shamed by the same animals who ingested $86 worth of high-waisted granny panties with whimsical yet age-appropriate patterns. I express your anal glands. Back off with the side eyes. I mean, it's not like I want them here for this moment, but is there anything worse than trying to get off when there's a dog whining outside your door? Talk about a cock block. I'm a homeowner, goddammit. Let me come in peace. Okay, I'm sorry. I really hate to bring the mood down, you guys, but Tigger recently died. I know, it's true. It's not part of my bit. And it may seem insensitive for me to talk about him eating my underwear, but my therapist said it's important closure, given that it was literally his cause of death. People say that Tigger lives on inside me, but in reality, part of me was probably inside of him. Because he died doing what he loved, eating the crotch out of my dirty underwear. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much, Louisville Underground. Are you ready for your next comic? I am so excited to introduce Pam Moore, who not only is she, I know, cheer for her. If you know her, she's amazing. She is also my co-producer of Listen to Your Mother Boulder. She's a freelance writer, and she does PR. She is hilarious. Please welcome